3 years, nearly 3 years of uploading Let's Play videos and Elden Ring build videos. And which one of those videos gets the most comment activity? My Ghost of Yotei video addressing the claims of it being woke. Really, everybody? Is that what it takes? Is that what it takes to succeed in this YouTube game? I gotta speak on controversial subjects like wokeness in gaming. I'm kidding. By the way, I just want to say I really appreciate everybody who commented on the video. Whether we agree or disagree, I still appreciate it because it really does help smaller content creators like me when videos have that much activity. So let me capitalize on that and talk about Ghost of Yotei once more. Yeah, I wanted to make some clarifications. I read some comments saying, a lot of you guys are upset because of the actor for Atsu. When I recorded the video, I recorded the same night it was revealed at the State of Play. So at the time, nobody was posting about Erika Ishii. I'm a member of a couple of Ghost of Tsushima fan pages on Facebook, and as soon as the trailer dropped, I was seeing post after post of people complaining about the female protag, and they were using terms like woke and girl boss and DEI, and that is precisely why I put those words in quotations on my thumbnail. So for those of you saying that, you're upset over the actor, yeah, I get it, but, that doesn't mean that that's the only reason people were upset at the game. Again, they were already, throwing out those woke claims as soon as they saw that it had a female protag. But yeah, I wanted to say, I understand where you guys are coming from when you say that. I didn't know who Erika Ishii was before all this. I'm just learning about her now because after everyone else brought it up, and I've been seeing more and more posts about it. And I just want to say, even though I understand where you guys are coming from, I just want to try to quell some fears and, remind everybody that this is Sucker Punch, and Sucker Punch has given us decades of great video games. You had Sly Cooper, and you had all the infamous games, and especially the last game, Ghost of Tsushima. This studio worked very closely with Japanese historians. They were visiting Tsushima constantly, and they have a deep respect and appreciation for Japanese culture and history. So I'm of the belief that Sucker Punch isn't going to go into the sequel and jeopardize that relationship with the Japanese historians and people by flooding, their Ghost of Yotei with political agendas and political views and things like that. You never know, though. There's a possibility that can happen. I'm not denying that. It's just I'm taking, their historical record and, putting faith in the studio Sucker Punch and, having faith that they're not going to go that route and we're going to end up with an awesome game. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was, I personally try to separate the actors from the art. And, a great example is an actor by the name of Allison Mack. She played Chloe Sullivan in one of my favorite shows, Smallville. And let me tell you guys something. If you don't know who she is and what she's done in her life, let me just say she is factually a horrendous human being. If you look her up, you guys will know what I mean. But, even though she's this, terrible person, it doesn't stop me from loving Smallville. Hell, it doesn't even stop me from loving her character. She had a great character in Smallville. And in fact, the actor Tom Welling, who played Clark Kent, and Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor, they have a podcast now called Talkville. And, they went over this subject. They went over the topic of Allison Mack. They're separating the actor from the character, which is precisely what I'm going to be doing with Ghost of Yotei. Whether I agree with her personal opinions or not is irrelevant. And I'm just going to, again, put my faith in Sucker Punch and that they're going to release a great game and we're going to have an awesome sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. Another good example is Mark Hamill. Man, some of his tweets and things that he says, I definitely don't agree with. And, but that doesn't stop me from loving the Star Wars trilogy or, when he voices the Joker. So it's the same idea here. But again, I get why I get why some of you are concerned, you know, given this Erika Ishii's colored background. But hey, you know, this is a free country. Well, if you're in America, at least, it's a free country. And one of the great things about it is freedom of speech. So, you know, I'm not going to really hate on the fact that she's flexing her freedoms here. Another thing I wanted to mention was, you know, I'm starting to see people showing concern and using the terminology pattern recognition. Let me remind everybody that you have pattern recognition, but there's something else that comes along with that. It's called pattern seeking. All right. There's a yin and yang happening here. So maybe some of you are, you know, seeing things or seeking patterns that aren't there. All right. That's a possibility. And this is what the point I was making in my other video is that, you know, this is kind of why I strongly dislike both extremes of the argument, right? You know, on one extreme, the woke crowd, as they say, yeah, 100%. You know, their agenda and political views get shoehorned into stuff. It's shoehorned into video games too, and I get that. I acknowledge that. You know, you got games like Concord. There's no doubt. There was no doubt an agenda behind it, and that game failed miserably. All right. But then you got the opposite extreme, the anti-woke. And I'm of the opinion that whenever, you know, there's a female protagonist or anything of that nature, they immediately suspect that it's due to the woke agenda, quote unquote. And I don't think that's always the case. Again, it's, you know, I take the middle ground. I try to be neutral. And I still strongly believe that Ghost of Yotei is not going to have those type of agendas in there because I'm placing faith into the studio rather than the actor. Which, by the way, in the first game, you know, like I mentioned, not only were there strong female protagonists, but you know, the Lady Masako questline, yeah. So, you know, they've already had a little bit of it in, you know, their first game. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Again, I appreciate each and every one that commented on my video. Keep at it. Keep it coming. Now, let me end it with this awesome soundtrack. I can't wait till I get my hands on the OST where I can just play this song on loop because it's freaking amazing. Mix of Western and Japanese music. Come on. Come on. How can you not feel good hearing this music? Anyway, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.